This is the Squared Away channel, the channel where we not only discuss major problems in our society, but we also offer a few suggestions on what we can do to solve them. Now, I wish I was not making this video. I wish that the Big Mouth trailer, instantly sparked a wave of outrage and immediate Netflix cancellations on a national scale. I didn't see that. Instead, I saw a few reaction videos. These were videos of adult people, grown-ups, laughing about this and essentially just doing a bunch of, "Oh no, you didn't," type of responses. Allow me to set the record straight. Big Mouth is satanic. Big Mouth is child pornography. Big Mouth is child porn masquerading as a cute, edgy, coming-of-age series. You don't think it's porn? You think I'm exaggerating? Well, let's just take a step back for a second and look at the principles that we do have in our culture regarding pornography, what we will accept and what we won't accept. Well, imagine how you would feel if you turned on the TV and you saw child porn on TV. I mean, don't imagine that really, but just understand where I'm going with that. You wouldn't accept it. Regardless of who you are or where you are, I think you'd get up and I think you'd cancel your cable. I think you'd call in. I think you'd write letters. I think it would turn the most passive person into a hardcore activist. Well, you also wouldn't allow a cartoon of children having sex on TV, right? I wouldn't accept that. I don't think you would accept that either. And I don't think you would accept even a friend of yours or a family member, especially not, drawing pictures of naked kids or putting them on social media. You wouldn't accept people drawing photographs of naked children. So then why is it okay when Netflix does it? It's not. It's still child porn. Showing a close-up of an underage girl's vagina on screen, or showing a grown man having a conversation with a young boy, whether it's his son or not, about how it's okay for that young boy to kiss a man's penis, is child porn. The problem that this is caused by is that the media has been very sneaky. It has been very tricky. It has tricked you into thinking this stuff was okay. There's been an incremental dial-up where they've sprinkled on just a little bit of child exploitation here and there, but it's been so subtle, it's gone under the radar. And you didn't want to be that crazy activist speaking out against something that wasn't really that big of a deal, right? Well, now it is a big deal. Now it's way farther than Birth with Nicole Kidman, where she gets in a bath with an underage boy. That was bad, but it's farther than that. It's way farther than Game of Thrones, where an old woman breastfeeds a teenage boy. That was disgusting, but it's farther than that. It's even worse than fringe hip-hop groups like ICP, sexualizing a 13-year-old girl. Or more mainstream artists like Eminem, sexualizing a 15-year-old girl, glorifying raping a drugged 15-year-old girl. But Big Mouth isn't the first cartoon or child show that has shown pedophilia. And I don't want to get too far into this right now. I don't want to go off track. But we've seen it in The Simpsons. We've seen it in Family Guy. We've seen it in South Park. We've seen it in shows like iCarly. We've seen it in the media before. Now we're even seeing it more and more in politics. We're seeing it in people like Dennis Hastert, Anthony Weiner, the artwork of Tony Podesta, the emails of his brother John Podesta that talk about having sex with kids, who are connected to a pizza shop owner named James Alifantes, who had an Instagram and Facebook page full of children in child rape scenarios. This is no joke. Feel free to look it up. We let those cases go, though, because they were subtle, they were politicized, and we assumed that they were rare, and we assumed people were taking care of it. I think that's a big part of it. We thought there was some authority out there that was looking out for these kids. Well, I think we're being shown that there's not. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment that people who are awake have been warning about for a long time. The normalization of pedophilia is at our door. It is at the individual door of our hearts, begging to be let in. It is at the cultural door of our nation, knocking, waiting for the door to be opened. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to meet this beast. We need to meet this creature at the door with a double-barrel shotgun. I implore you, cancel your Netflix subscriptions. You don't need that in your life. And when you're asked why you canceled it, tell them it's because you do not support exploitation of children. Tell them that they will not get another dime from you until they start protecting children. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be judged based on what we have accepted and what we have let in. As I've said, this is a small channel, so don't count on me to get the word out there. I don't see a lot of other people making videos criticizing Big Mouth. There's a couple of them, but for the most part, I see reaction videos where people just are clutching their pearls and laughing about it. Cancel your Netflix subscriptions. Take a stand. Do not let yourself be convinced or fooled that it won't have an impact and they won't feel it. They will feel it. It will have an effect. Take a stand. It's not extreme. It's extreme not to. What's extreme is allowing people on Netflix and people on YouTube to determine how you respond to child pornography. Speak out about it when it's mentioned. If people talk about it at the work cooler, as they say, if people are laughing about last night's episode of Big Mouth, voice your opinion. Tell them that that is pornography. That is pedophilia. I can't make any promises, but I think you're going to inspire others. I think other people are going to be emboldened to speak out against those people as well. And I think the people that were supporting shows like Big Mouth will be embarrassed. And I think you will feel good. You will feel courageous. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a short video, but I think it made its point. I'm just asking you to really take a good inventory on where you draw your line in the sand. Our line should have been way sooner, but we can't go back in time. The line must be drawn now, because if we don't stand up against this, we're not going to stand up against anything, and trust me, we don't want to see what the next rollout is going to be. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please pray for me. I'm praying for you and your families.